Just incredible!
Just incredible, man.
Just incredible. Run the thing, eh? Run it!
Yes. Welcome back to another edition of the Just Incredible podcast.
Yeah.
Live right here in Los Angeles, California. I got my bro with me today. I'm excited to have my homie on the show.
Yes, sir.
Niko G4, man.
Man, what's happening,
What's up,
bro?
my boy?
My dog, my
Good to
brother.
see you, my
man,
brother.
Good to see you, too.
My brother B Nice is here, so we'll really dive into the new album, man. Keep a small circle.
Yes, sir.
I'm loving this, man.
Man, thank you,
Congrats
bro.
on the release of the project.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Another one, man.
Yeah.
Blessed to be here. Blessed to, come and share this moment with you, man.
Man, we overdue, man. I feel like we run into each other all the time out in the
sure.
city.
Yeah.
And, to get a chance to sit down with you and see where your headspace is at.
Definitely.
From life to the music, man.
Yep.
The fans are loving the project, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Talk to
sir.
me about the response you've been getting since you released it.
Oh, man, it's been great, man, from top to bottom. Just we always built a real supportive fan base from, just coming in the game when I first started and stuff. So
Yeah.
just them seeing the growth from day one to now, man, it's just, just them understanding the chapters that I've been through and, kind of seeing from me from when I was 19, putting that first, feature on that Dime album, that Yellow album to now, it's just a whole different, feel for Niko G4. So I'm glad everybody's embracing it a certain way.
No doubt. Talk to me about the creative space you're in now, the growth since the 19-year-old you, or even the last release, I think 2022 you had dropped a project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where do you feel you're at right now with the artistry?
Man, I just feel like I'm digging deeper into the surface, man. You know what I'm saying? And it just really too just unfiltering, like, from you just thinking too much of just making a song that, like you want to make a party song or you want to make shit that people, groove to, but now it's just me telling my life.
Yeah.
And me understanding life a little bit more. I just turned 30 this year.
Congrats,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just, kind of just showing even myself too, like, when you look in the mirror every day, like you want to see improvement. You want to see something that you proud about as an individual. And I kind of feel that's where, Keep a Small Circle led me.
Yeah.
It's more so too, even just weeding out all of the bullshit from the real shit. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a
been
daily
big
thing, man.
Exactly.
That's like really something that, you have to practice at,
Right,
to
right.
really navigate through the shit,
Yeah.
I'm sure all kinds of things are getting thrown your way.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And it's just pretty much too, just, like understanding what the focus is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of distractions in the game. You got people always, like you said, coming at you with certain things. You got females,
Of course,
you got,
of course.
trying to keep up and,
Yeah.
with the society of social media.
Yeah, bro.
So it's everything is just kind of more so too. I want to tell my listeners and my fans just to stay at your own pace, stay focused on your legacy and just the longevity behind it. You know
It's
what I'm
important.
saying?
So important.
Yeah.
Going back
Real.
real quick to the Yellow tape, like when you look back,
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, that's a classic right there. You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you go back and you think like, damn, that was my first time getting that feature in, and kind of boosting your career up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look back and just trip out on everything you've accomplished to this
Man.
point?
Man, I mean, sometimes I
Or
do
you just
gotta
get, like lost in it?
Reflect
Yeah.
a little,
Nah,
especially during this holidays time of the year.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy is it's more so when I like even when I leave LA and like somebody somewhere else tell me like a story, or like when they first heard my first verse, or they heard something about me.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it makes me really realize too, it's like, it was all a lifestyle, like more so too, even with the music. Like I wasn't like gearing up to try to even get in the ear of Dime. It was just more so like I went to Fairfax High.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
was
sir.
around each other, and it was just a moment in time. Like it was
Facts.
timing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was at his level of just, hitting his like all time, like
Peak.
top tier, like damn, he here type shit. So I kind of felt like that was just, inspiration for me to kind of just want to catapult my career in a certain direction.
Yep.
And just learning from cats like him and Nip. And it does make me look back on certain situations, because I was in a lot of rooms that a lot of people today, like they starting off as an artist, they weren't in them rooms or
Right.
around that type of energy.
Right. You was around that energy.
Energy, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I was literally just sitting in the back, like
Soaking it up.
Exactly.
Fly on the wall type shit.
Flying the
That's
wall.
so important, man. Actually, dive a little bit deeper into that
Yeah.
mentality, right? Because you could also, there's cats who be in our room sometimes, and it's like, yo, slow down a little, right? There's a balance you have to have to knowing, okay, like my place right here is fall back, but I'm just gonna soak up all the energy from some of these, you know what I'm saying, OGs and geniuses in this room.
Right.
talk to us about, making that choice in the moment. You know what I mean? Because you could say one thing, you could snap a picture,
Right.
and you might not be in the next session.
Exactly.
You got to really play your part. So just talk to me about that mentality.
And it just having etiquette, like you said, because you got to understand these people are, printing another side of their life on record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So being in them rooms where, I didn't came to a room where Dime is in there with Nip. And it's just us three, you know what I'm saying?
Sheesh.
Or I go in the room and it's Mike and Keys and it, you know what I'm saying? Or Dom and another great producer like Hit Boy or somebody that, you do got to play that backseat role because, you got to realize too, these guys didn't work a certain way up to their level.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And they played the same role at a point in time, even like myself. So, being in them rooms, man, I just really wanted to listen as much as possible. Like talking kind of was like, you would talk when spoken to in the sense of like, obviously you could speak whenever, but you really were just observing.
Yeah.
And, it was electric, man, because a lot of them moments, bro, like, and a lot of this stuff, like, it was before really the internet.
Yeah.
It was before like you can go on live and like show somebody like what was going on in them 2012, 2013, 2014 days. You know what I'm saying? So I feel those were like real pivotal for the shift of the coast and the culture.
No doubt.
Crenshaw released, Yellow album release, Get Home Safety release, Just Read Up, and My Crazy Life release.
Come on.
It was a lot of different, energies going on at that time, and I understood, like, me coming up in the game, all right, let me learn from all of these different cats that, they know my name, they know me, but I want them to respect me the same way I do respect them.
And like that time, you talk about all them albums that dropped during that time and projects and shit like that. Like, that was really like a wave for like, for a minute it felt like a lot of people were saying LA didn't have it no more.
Yeah.
And that kind of
reignited it. Yeah.
The city and put us back on the map for real.
What a beautiful time, man.
Yeah.
When you put those albums in that, I'm like thinking back, like what a moment. What a moment.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember we went to South by Southwest in 2014. It was my first time. I remember running into Nip, Kendrick.
It had to feel good to be out there running into the home team like that.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy because, like you said, like the coast was really undeniable.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, like we got like 4 or 5 artists out here that's like top tier level artists. Like they could sell out, any room like type shit right now.
Absolutely.
So putting them all on the same scale and having those as our leaders and and right now, I feel like that's what led to this next generation.
Yeah.
With me being a part of it, well, a lot of artists that's today that's, cracking in their own right.
Yeah.
It kind of taught us how to move and how to open those doors for the next generation behind us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the best part too, just to add to that, is all them artists you named. I love that everybody got along and everybody was united. Like there was no beef, and I think that's what really helped.
Propel everything.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah. I feel like the vision was bigger than the politics.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like the vision, like nobody was going to interfere that because they understood like how important it was for everybody to prosper. You know what I'm saying? And everybody had their own energy too. You know, when we talk about like even like Dot, like he had a certain energy when he put out that Section 80 tape and then he put out working on, Good Kid, Mad City. It was energy around TDE that was just like, damn, Schoolboy. So, you know what I'm saying? Like even like Schoolboy's first tape, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit really inspired me, even so, you know what I'm saying? So everybody just seemed like they were diving in deeper into their like purpose. And it made me really understand a lot more about music instead of like focusing on a like little record. Like these cats was focusing on bodies of work.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And like that stuck with the people.
Yes,
like
sir.
people were coming out because I'm a fan of this artist, but I love this album.
And it's a timestamp in my life. I mean that those albums, like you said, full bodies of work, complete press plays, and man,
you just look at the cover, you just go back to a time.
For sure.
Yeah.
So we got Keep a Small Circle, 14 tracks on the project. It's a beautiful body of work.
Man, thank you, brother.
Talk to us about that title for the album.
Man, Keep a Small Circle was it really even formed from when I first started getting with Dime. I had dropped the first mixtape that I ever released called Roll the Dice. It was a tape that I had Dom on it. I had Ty Dolla $ign producing a couple records on it.
Fire.
A couple people that I really fucked with in the city was a part of it. Casey, the homie Casey Veggies,
Nice.
Scheme was
Yeah,
on it.
damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it was that time. I dropped that in 2013, and Keep a Small Circle was just a part of like just the marketing aspect of me first putting on my tape, because I really just wanted to show people too, like, you know, you keep the power in between your circle, then, you know, it would never leave the circle. You know, the more that you dish it out, the more that you kind of like, you know, go out and get the power from everybody else, then you don't really keep it in between y'all guys. And so many people don't understand that. Like, you know, when you coming up in the game, like everybody just runs to the, you know, the labels and to the people
Right.
that think like that's going to catapult them to being successful and a successor. But it's like, nah, like let's just keep building this shit up.
Right.
And let's focus on this right here. You know, let's focus on this dynasty instead of just trying to go and get help from everybody and shit. So Keep a Small Circle is just more so keeping that in between the clique, keeping it, you know, all love and organic. And, you know, it's just something that I always wanted to push to my, you know, my fan base more so as another representation of Roll with the Winners.
Love
So,
that.
you know what I'm saying? That was just the idea behind all of that. you
No
know?
doubt. And you got the merch going crazy.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I like I said before, I got y'all.
Oh, that's
Don't
love.
trip,
Nah,
you know what
thank
I'm
you.
saying?
Bro,
I got y'all. I
the
would
merch
put
is
up today
fire.
with it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I
Hell
saw
yeah.
I saw like the little airbrush. Like, I like when the merch from like
It feels like the
rappers
city.
feels authentic and it
Yeah.
feels like the city. 'Cause,
That part.
Like Niko should go crazy, bro,
Yeah.
because he got like the nice little airbrush touch, right?
Yeah.
You got the dice, of course. You grew up in L.A.
Yeah.
You went to a LA
You know
high
that.
school. Most likely you done shot some dice.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
The homeroom, or
Right.
you was at recess, lunch.
Right.
For sure, you had to.
Yeah,
family
bro.
function.
You was pitching class,
Exactly,
you know what I'm
little,
saying?
exactly, little backyard. You,
You
know
know
what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
Little function.
You
You
know
know,
it.
the homies at the park, whatever it is.
All
You
that,
know what
bro,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
And
How long were you cooking this album up for?
honestly, I really started making the album around like February. So I started really around February. I was making it. I had dropped another EP top of the year called Lead by Example with my homie T-Reg. He's a dope producer from LA too.
Sick.
So we had dropped like a 3-piece in May.
Okay.
Before I went on tour. So I just wanted to get at people a little bit something before I knew I was hitting the road, but I was still working on the tape the whole time I was on the road, still writing, getting beats, but I really locked in again, like just to, you know, like really just focus on like the selection of the music around like, I would say like around July, August, and that's when I really just stayed in the studio from that point
Yeah.
to like when I released it in November. So, you know, it was like really in and out through the whole year,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? But yeah, man, it's a real process. And
For sure.
some of the records too are like even records that we got, like I got a couple years ago, you know what I'm saying? Even like the record with Dom, we did that record in 2020.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, I just kind of just was copying and pasting some of the stuff that I didn't use and just putting it, you know, swapping it out and, you know, just making it make sense like
Yeah.
that.
You know
what
it.
I'm
You
saying?
know it. That record's called Deep in the Game.
Yes, sir.
You and Dom always gonna have one, man. You know what I'm
One.
saying? One of those ones.
Exactly.
Because the chemistry just free flowing.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
free flowing. Shot the video for it.
Yeah, just
Talk
shot
to us
the
about
video.
it, man.
We just shot the video up there, kind of like in by the Dodger Stadium.
Elysian Valley Park.
Elysian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never did nothing over there, so I kind of wanted to just shed light on just that whole side of LA. You know what I'm saying? It's real nostalgic to me.
It is, bro, and it's tight because I know like Chris Brown game shot celebration there as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, okay,
And-
okay.
and, like the Dog Pound shot Cali is active there.
Right.
So it's when I saw it, like you already kind of know, and if you from the city, you've been to a Dodger
You
game,
know,
you kind of
yeah,
know it too.
yeah.
So it was dope to just see that and the sound of the song, of course, and you and Dom, like
Hell
real
yeah.
LA, you know what I'm saying? Like real Angelinos up there
That's
going
right.
crazy. bro.
Exactly.
That's right.
And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to bring out some of the homies. Got the homie Manit cooling over here. Told him to pull up. A couple of the homies that we really fuck with. The homie, you know,
Jason
Jason
Cash.
Cash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, from the city. Couple of the other, you know,
Somebody-
young up and coming rappers from the city. The homie Chap D. He from
Hugh
like,
Augustine up there.
Hugh Augustine was
Yeah.
there, my dog, you know what I'm saying? So there's a couple cats that I really fuck with that, you know, a lot of cats, you know, they be like, you know, they look at social media for who you fuck with, but I fuck with people in real life.
In real life, yeah,
Real
no doubt.
homies that I told to pull up and, you know, come just shoot the video. Let's make it like some real regular shit. Like,
Yeah.
it don't got to be all set up where we, you know, got to put together this crazy ass treatment. Like,
Right.
just some real LA shit.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
For real.
What's growing up? Who was inspiring you, artist wise, man?
Man, it's crazy that you say that because I just feel like I had a range. Obviously, you know, growing up on the coast, like you said, you're going to look to Snoop, the Dog Pound, as your number ones, as like that's here right in front of your face.
Of course.
But really, who really gravitated towards me and really like caught my attention a lot was Pharrell, dog.
Sick.
Pharrell and Ye. You know what I'm saying? Like both of them was just two, cats that I really studied and looked to as far as style and grace. But number two guys, I honestly feel like was like Wayne and Hove too.
Ooh,
You
yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes,
Like
sir.
The Carters.
just exactly.
The Carters, right.
On the real, just business level and how they like carried themselves and like just on the way of just
Longevity
and just how they attack the game without attacking the game.
Yeah,
Like they attack the game without like aggressively. Like I've never
doing
seen
no corny shit or like
Nah, they never.
I was just saying this, like I never seen Hov get mad.
yeah, bro.
He always in his like.
Even when he got out the elevator, he looked cool.
Yeah,
That's right. That's
right. Like I never seen Hov get out of character.
Never.
And I feel like that's a big like compliment to like you as an individual, because when you think about rappers, we think about today, we think about like, people getting on live beefing, niggas trying to, like threaten other people.
Bro, it's crazy.
But we wasn't cut from that.
Nah.
Like we came from like seeing classy dudes like handle their business in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Dead ass wearing button-up shirts. and shit.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But my favorite rapper of all time, I will always say, is like Pac. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Legend.
just my parents playing that for me. Always growing up, studying those albums, going back and still studying those albums. Those were like a big part of what really shaped my career.
That's right.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Pac is like a case study, bro. Like
Yeah,
at the
it's
age
different.
23, how much he accomplished from
Yeah.
like the music to the films to,
acting,
just like
yeah.
all the ideas he had.
For
man.
sure.
It's
On me.
crazy.
For
On
sure.
me, bro. Yeah.
Favorite song that comes to mind? I mean, obviously there's so many from Pac, but, and I feel like with Pac, it's like a different day gonna give you a different,
Right.
a
No,
different. You know what I mean?
Like my
Exactly.
shit, picture me rolling. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah.
I would probably say it would probably have to be It Ain't Easy.
It ain't easy.
Yeah,
Being
that's
me.
my Nah,
Man.
that's my. I know that song.
That's such a
word for word.
great album too,
Yeah,
man.
I love that album.
That's the Me Against the World album, right?
yeah, yes, sir.
So good,
Yep,
man.
yep.
That's an album that.
Easy Mo Beats, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The legend, man.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many good ones there, man. How about classic albums, like classic West Coast albums?
I would say classic West Coast albums, top to bottom.
We named a couple already.
I always, for sure, I gotta always say 2001. 2001.
That changed the game.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure.
And especially for my era too, because
Yeah.
I was in first grade in 1999, 2000.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the first time I really like could even like honestly understand music was when 2001 really dropped. You know what I'm saying? To where you like, damn, like you seeing Still Dre, like them driving through the streets of LA. You know where they at.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? You like, damn, this shit feels so close to home.
It does.
The coast was so big. Training Day.
Training
this
Day,
game
yeah.
came out. Like it was so many things going on in LA to where you like had to embody like just that spiritual energy.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
like
I'm saying?
Yeah.
the content of the album too, like everything they talked about, like really was with the time,
Right.
just what
Yeah.
LA was, and the way it opens with the THX, like it was like a real
Yeah.
motion picture. They were about to bring you a movie, bro.
Yeah,
For
it was
real.
like Dre on steroids.
yeah,
It was like, you know what I'm saying?
Even like right before that with the Death Row, like
Yeah.
how the albums would just be like we always do about this
yeah,
time.
exactly, bro. I used to
Man.
You
love all
just had that
shit.
feeling, you
It
know,
was like, it was like that, like the W Balls radio,
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
like
yeah.
all that shit is just
Yeah.
different. Man.
someone just
Yeah.
re-brought back. Oh man, what album was I listening to recently? Well, Drake kind of did like a radio vibe
With Snoop?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Snoop. But there's another like LA album I was listening to recently. But that's like just moments that will always be forever in
For sure.
all of our
Moments
Yeah.
like the W Balls ones on
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Doggy Style
Yeah.
and all that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like what made me want to kind of be in radio too.
Right.
For real, for
right.
real.
Like
Yeah.
just like it was crazy because it was
like,
like
personality. You can hear it like,
bro,
yeah.
I want to do that shit.
My favorite.
I don't know how to rap, but I could do
exactly.
that.
I ain't
for
gonna
real.
lie. My favorite, and that's another one of my favorite albums. Like I grew up on, even as a kid, is Dog Food.
So good.
You know what I'm saying?
Such an amazing album, man.
And I really just feel like from top to bottom, just how Daz put together that
Sheesh.
production.
Woo.
How they was
Respect.
rapping on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
How Snoop came in, like it was just such a like you could tell everybody had contribution
Yeah.
on that album.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what makes a great like classic album regardless. It takes a village, man.
It does.
It takes a whole village. Like you need multiple, people to touch it in order for it to
and
be
on 2001,
solidified.
you see that, right? Like Dre, like you got Mailman, Hitman,
Right.
you got like bro, like
Everyone's contribution was top level.
Shit, DJ Pooh.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Shout to
Pooh's
Pooh.
going
Shout
crazy.
to Pooh. Yeah.
Pooh a legend, man.
Yeah,
Shout
for
out to Pooh because he really is like a three-headed monster.
Yeah,
man.
no doubt.
go
With the
crazy.
writing of the movies and shit like that as well, and
Treatments,
You know what I'm
treatments.
saying?
Yeah.
Like I didn't even realize that until I
Comedic
got
value.
older.
All
You
that,
know?
bro.
Until I got
Like
older,
the
I thought he was just in Friday. He
Yeah.
got punches. He got a chain.
Nah,
Like,
he
you know
for
what I'm
sure
saying?
is like
Like
a very important piece.
exactly
To the whole,
And when I realized that, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And it really made me realize it when The Wash came out.
Yeah.
Like, cause I really understand. I'm like, damn, it said written by DJ Pooh. And I was like, damn, like, that's crazy. I'm like, dog, like that just shows the range of like, creativity.
Yeah, legendary,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Real.
Let's talk about the first track. Who really done it?
Yeah.
You and Mike and Keys.
Mikey Keys, man.
I mean, of course, working with them, man,
Yeah.
it's legendary, classic. What's that process like?
Oh man, what's crazy, bro, is like I really been around them guys for over a decade. I didn't have endless nights in the studio, and this is like our first song we ever did.
Wow.
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So I always felt too like it was gonna happen when the timing was right. You know what I'm saying? Obviously we like recorded shit in the past, but this was the first time we ever put out a record. And Mike had FaceTime me. He was in New York. He was working with he was out there working with I forgot who he was telling me he was working with. I think it was East.
Okay.
V's. And he was just in that mood. He was cooking shit up, and he was like, bro, I hear you on this. Like, he was like, this the most player shit I'm gonna sing you. He was like, bro, you can't fuck this up. So when I heard it, I'm like, man, like, shit, I'm a real player. I can't be your husband. Like, I'm like, I'm talking to the female, like, hold on, this two player, I can't even, like, even if you my girl, when this shit come on, like, I can't even be, like, don't get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like that's why I had to start the album. I'm like, man, I'm starting on offense. Like,
I'm starting on offense.
I'm starting on offense. Fuck the defense. I'm going from the Dame Lillard
Putting up
range.
140 tonight.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going for Dame Lillard range.
You had to do it.
That's what we doing. This is what's gonna happen. So yeah, Mikey Keys makes the job a lot easier, man. Cause honestly, like, they one of the only producers too. When they send me shit, it just sound mixed. Right?
Yeah.
Sound like
man.
ready to go. Like right when I recorded it, I'm like, damn, bro. Like I want to put this shit out tonight.
For real.
So yeah, man, Mikey Keys, legendary duo. Inspired a lot of my career, man, me being around them and just seeing them obviously work with Dom, Nip,
course.
a lot of the artists that I respect, they just shaped my career in a different way, and I can't wait to just continue it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
For real.
Great way to start the project. Great way to start the project.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Let's talk about Woke Up on 10.
Hell yeah.
This a vibe, man. This is perfect for what we do in the clubs.
Yeah.
And great for the radio.
Hell yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah. Talk about that song, man.
Man, my homie Dupree, man.
Whew. Shout out to Dupree, man.
Dupree is going crazy.
For real.
And I really want y'all to give him his flowers because bro really works. And he's a real family man, too. I want y'all to know that he really takes time to be with his family and he's still putting out all of these bangers.
Credit to Dupree,
So
man.
it's like no excuses.
Yeah.
But me and Dupree met earlier this year through one of my homies. So he literally had a studio that was like literally a couple minutes away from my crib.
Yeah.
I just pulled up. We just chopped it up instantly, had a little bond. Just started pulling up on each other, man. He played me that shit, and I was just like, bro.
Let's go.
Like, I felt like we had to make a tape after that.
Yeah.
So we started really working on the tape.
Sick, okay.
So we got like 10 records. I just chose that record. I'm like, look, I'm going to just let the world hear this one. And I'm going to make them demand this tape. Like,
Intro.
we want more from y'all. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And he was like, bro, literally, he was like, man, let's just give it him. I'm like, nah, bro, hold on. Just wait.
Pace it.
But he called me right when the tape dropped. He was like, bro, you a genius.
Woo.
He was like, you a
That's
genius.
a smart move.
He was like,
It's a
man.
nice play.
Exactly. He was
Good
like, I'm
play.
getting calls.
Yeah, because it stands out like that. You know,
Exactly.
when I heard the album, it was definitely one of the ones that, just like caught my ear. You know what I mean?
Immediately.
And same thing.
Yeah.
You know, what was the word you used? Be like, damn, I'm drawing a blank, but just
Catapult.
not catapult, but damn, chemistry
Exactly.
between y'all.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And really, really, really dope to hear that, man. And
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think even moving into the summer of 2024, like
Oh,
that shit
man.
gonna be,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
We got some shit, bro. I got to send it to you first,
Can't
man.
wait.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait, man.
Now, he's one of them dudes too, man. He stays true to what he really likes, and I fuck with that. Like, as a producer, I don't
Yeah.
like when it's just too many sounds. Like, send me what you do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And let's
I'm gonna come into your world and
Exactly.
bring my shit to it.
that part.
What are the
Just might
producers?
have to host it, bro. You might have to host it.
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh, I would love to get down
Oh,
on
yeah,
that
no,
host,
that's a
man.
fact. Hell yeah.
Come on, man.
That's
Let's
a
light the
fact.
city up.
Man, come on.
My boy Niko G4 is
Hell yeah.
here.
Yes, sir.
OPM, you already
That
know.
part, hell yeah.
Run with the winners.
Yep.
What are the producers and features are on the project?
So I got pretty much a lot of the cats that I really, you know, am like are my go-to producers. My homie 98, he a dope ass producer. My homie John G, he a dope ass producer. He work a lot with Dom on a lot of
Okay.
his projects and shit. I don't know if you heard about.
Yeah, I
but
feel like I know John.
yeah, he a dope ass producer.
Yeah, no doubt.
My homie Trey Fresh, he's from LA too. My homie Doc Uno, he's from New York.
Okay.
So he produced the record with me and Dom. Who am I missing?
I know it's hard. I put you on the spot.
Man, nah, I know. You gonna get me chewed up too.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah,
a lot
nah.
of people like, damn, you forgot me, bro.
Check the credits. Check the credits, though. I know, like you said, it takes a village to get it done.
For sure. Hell
Right?
yeah. But I mean, if I'm missing anybody, bro, like it's a lot of producers just, you know, that I know I continue to keep building with. That's really from LA that I really fuck with.
Dope.
That I'm coming up with in the game. Shout out to the homie Hunger Force too. He produced Get the Money with the homie 98.
Sick.
It's a couple cats, man, that I really like just enjoy and I want to continue to keep building with. But it's a lot of underground cats that just got a lot of heat, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And they working on their shit, you know. I know a lot of people look at the bigger producers as the go-to guys, but these guys be the ones that's like on it for me.
No
so,
doubt, no
you know, I
doubt.
shed light on them.
I got Niko G4 on the podcast.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to say a few words, man, and the first things that come to mind. You
Okay.
know, we got a lot of people watching right now.
Yeah.
Like you said, even the next generation is
Yes,
coming
sir.
up. First word is independence. What comes to mind?
Longevity. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel when you know it's when it's yours and when you shape it and when you craft it and you gonna just treat it differently.
Yeah.
More opposed to when it's just kind of given to you or you just didn't, you know, take as much time to develop it a certain way.
Yeah.
So it's just more so like, you know, a dynasty, you know, longevity. You know, you want to keep seeing it rain and rain forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what when I think about independence, it's just ownership. You know what I'm saying?
It's also like there's just beauty in the come up. Like, you know, the moments. God, I call B once a day and we talk about the struggle, you know, like,
Yeah,
oh
sure.
man, this shit didn't happen quick enough, or
Yeah.
how come such and such doesn't understand what we're trying to,
Yeah.
you know, the message we're trying to get
Not everybody
across.
see the picture.
Yeah, you know,
sure. Yeah.
but there's a beauty in that, you know, and
Exactly.
excuse me, not giving up along the way.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
And I think that's what makes it a beautiful journey.
Yeah.
You know, it's the struggle is beautiful.
Yeah.
Because success hurts. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like y'all want to be successful, but it hurts. You got to
Yeah.
get up. You got to do stuff you don't want to do.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? And then even when you get it, the hardest thing is keeping it. You know what I'm
Keeping it.
saying?
Yes,
like,
sir.
and that's the main thing too. It's like it's a responsibility, and not only that, if you're just doing it for yourself, it really don't mean shit.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So that's the number one thing that I realized with it too.
Next word is loyalty.
Man, loyalty that's
We're keeping the circle small.
respect. And
You know what I'm
respect is loyalty, man,
Yeah.
to me. Like, and I always say that, like, respect is loyalty. There's no other, you know, way around that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, people gonna have different definitions of it. But when you think about loyalty, man, you think about, you know, I don't even think about love. I just think about respect and, you know, character, as far as like just building with people that you really honestly love and care about, and you know, you want to see them do well in a way that, you know, you would want to see for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So loyalty is something that I honestly embody with everybody that I truly, you know, you don't even got to be my family.
Right.
You could be my dog and I'll treat you just like my brother. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I think. When I think about that, I just think about just, you know, this life.
Really
You know what I'm
locking it
saying?
down.
That's a
holding it down.
lifestyle. Yeah.
It is a
Loyalty
lifestyle.
is a lifestyle.
It is.
You know?
Final word. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but patience.
Oh man, patience is, man. That's number one in my book too, because patience is value. You know, as far as like you can make an impulsive move and lessen your value just off of like what you did. You know, you just holding out on the stock. Like, I sold it yesterday. Oh shit, it's going for triple the amount tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
So it just really understand, you know, longevity with everything we even talked about in the beginning, but you know, just understanding value, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I want to be valued in the sense of me like aging like a fine wine.
Absolutely.
Opposed to just being a bottle that's just, you know, printed every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well said.
I want y'all to wait 20 years to, you know, really appreciate it. Like, we ain't just opening in this bottle. We just open all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? But let's open this shit when it's the time is right and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. It's like, don't act on actions. That's what I always say. Because it's like, when you act on actions, you're not always fully thinking. You're just acting, right? You're reacting. So it's like, that's not always good, because you might do some things you regret. So it's always good.
Most likely you will.
Yeah, you will.
Think about, we talked about Hov and Wayne. Like, how many opportunities they had to lessen the value, but they chose to just like, we see it with even like LeBron James, you know what I mean? And people in the league as well.
Too much to lose.
Yeah, too much to lose. Like, why would I go there?
Right.
Yeah, very well said, man.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Purpose
Real
and all
quick,
of that.
3 words to describe yourself.
3 words to describe myself. First word I would say would have to be strength. Strength. I would honestly have to say next it would have to be that's a great question, man. And I feel like a lot of people don't always think about these things.
Yeah.
But strength, wisdom, and courage.
Nice. That's
Courage.
Strength, wisdom, and courage.
Courage.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's a good 3
You know
right
what I'm
there,
saying?
bro.
Yeah.
That's the big 3.
Yeah,
that's the big 3.
You gotta have all 3 to get shit done.
For real, though.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's like, you know, most people just want to look the part, but you gotta be that shit.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you do.
You could put on how many cats we see with 20 chains on, and then you really sit them down and be like, all right, bro, what's the deal?
Oh, yeah.
And the
We talk to a lot of people.
Talk to
We
my
talk
dog.
to-
Talk to my boy.
Yeah.
It's
It
like,
ain't authentic.
it ain't authentic, you know, and that's what really shapes and prints the shit in your imprint in the game is
That
just
part.
when you know what you want and you know your purpose, you know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, that's just what I wanted from everything that I ever seen in this music industry. Like, all right, I'm gonna do it my way, because I've seen a lot of niggas just want to look the part, they want to talk the part, but it's just about being that shit. Being that shit.
What's your creative process like?
I really feel like it's in the sense of just creating music. I really develop it on my own, man. I sit in solitude all the time.
Okay.
So I feel like a lot of my big, you know, ideas come from me really just sitting down by myself, writing notes down, you know, kind of getting back to that like journal type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have like these daily, you know, aspirations and, you know, everything that we want. Sometimes we can want a little bit too much without pacing ourselves.
Too much and too fast.
Exactly. Like, you know, like hold on, like only 1 month went by, we ain't check off these goals.
Right.
So it's more so like what we see, we kind of get, you know, we just start making moves like, oh shit, like, oh, I seen this, I got to do this, like, and it's like, nah, like, let's come back
Have a
and
plan.
let's get to these daily, you know, like to these tasks.
Yeah.
And let's write and check this shit off every day. So my creativity comes from me just structuring my side a little bit, like, you know, more so in pieces. Like, I'm gonna do this today, I'm gonna do this week, next week I'm gonna do this. So, you know, I don't really just step on my toes, you know, too much. Like, I like to take shit one day at a time or 1 week at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
2024, what's it look like for Niko G4, man?
Oh, it's 2020. It's 20 G4.
20 G4. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's
like
20
that.
Yes,
G4.
sir.
I like
so
that.
just know, like, it's up. Like, I'm already keeping my foot on the gas, man. We working on the next thing already.
Okay.
Shooting these next visuals.
Yes.
Tape with
You know,
Dupree on the way.
Woo,
With
yeah,
Dupree
man.
on the way. More shit on the way with the homies, you know.
Hitting the road on some concerts and shit.
Hitting the road for sure, bro.
More merch.
Definitely, I like hitting the road around when it's hot. So
Yeah.
don't expect to see me until spring,
Yeah,
summer.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
If
wear a
it-
jacket. Don't
Do
count
not.
on it.
That ain't
count on
the
it.
time he's coming
Don't,
outside.
unless y'all got a real bag for me.
yeah.
It's, you know, you won't see me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't did that too many times with Dom on the road during winter. I'm good on it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm
For
good
real,
on
we
it.
Cali guys,
Oh,
man.
for real,
We trying to
bro.
really pop out like that in December.
Not at all. So 2024, I want to expand a lot on the brand. You know, expand more on the click too. Roll with the winners. We got, you know, my cat like right here, my homie Monty Coolin. He got his shit coming out right here. You know what I'm saying? Coming soon. Working on a couple more tapes and shit. Just working on building up the click too, man.
Yes,
I want to put on a couple new artists from the city, from wherever. You know what I'm saying? So just developing all of that.
Yeah.
What's your message to the youth, your fans, man? What do you want to tell them, man?
Man, I think number one, just be yourself. You know, understand the steps to success, you know what I'm saying, and understand that, you know, it's not going to always be what you want. You know, you got to deal with certain things and, you know, find your way around certain obstacles, you know what I'm saying? You can't always just stand there. And I think a lot of people want to always just stand there and debate and, you know, argue or prove their point.
Yeah.
And you will never prove it like that.
Yeah.
It don't work that way.
Never prove it being an aggressor. You will always approve it when you just are focused and you kind of are just like at ease with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think the more that you like tensed up is the more that you gonna just stand where you are.
Interesting.
The more that you like loosen up, learn, listen more, the more that you gonna excel.
Yeah.
So I would just kind of just be a sponge and, you know, be around the right energies. If you're around people that you know aren't on the same type of time that you want to be on, why would you even be around
Why would
it?
you even be around?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it's more so like get into those circles, get into those rooms, start picking up on that right now because a lot of young people think like, oh, I'm 20, I got time. Nah, you really should be thinking like I'm 30.
Yeah.
Like I need to be making this money like right now that I want to make,
Yeah.
you know, or just figuring out how to make it.
For
so,
real.
you know, take your time, but understand that, you know, it's on you to get it done.
Yeah, that's
number
right.
one.
Man, Keep a Small Circle
Yes,
is the
sir.
name of the project. 14 songs on there.
Yeah.
Great body of work. From the first song with Mike and Keys all the way to the outro, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Press
Thank
play
you.
on this. Enjoy the vibe.
My brother.
And Niko, thank you for pulling up on us today, man.
Thank you for having me, my brother.
Much
Yes, sir.
respect, baby,
Yes,
every
sir.
time.
Every time, man.
Really enjoyed this conversation.
For sure.
And happy holidays to you and your family.
Man, you too, brother.
And let's get back together, man. Top of the year. And
Top of the year, we got to.
cook some shit up, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I want to come on. I got a freestyle for y'all.
Ooh, okay.
So when y'all are ready for me,
Aight.
just know we really rap too.
I know that.
We really rap. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
I want to
right.
shed more light on
Players
that.
rap.
Exactly.
Players rap.
You know, it's that fly shit.
Yes, sir.
But I know the game needs it. So
All right,
let's
we're
do
gonna set
it.
something up.
Let's do it.
We're going to set something
brother.
up.
Yes, sir.
Niko G4 is here. Check out that brand new project and be on the lookout for a lot more to come from my boy.
Hell yeah.
Next
Come on.
year, top of the year.
20 G4.
20 G4, the
Yeah.
Kobe year, too. Kobe year.
That
man.
part. Hell yeah.
All right, man. I'm just incredible. Hope you enjoyed today's podcast.
sir.
For more, content just like this, please hit that like button, click the subscribe button, and drop a comment. My boy might be in the comments.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Popping back at y'all, man. And
Holla at me.
yeah, all my Niko G4 fans,
Yeah.
tap in. Thank you so much for watching today's podcast. Peace and love.
Yes, sir.
Just incredible!
Hey yo, just incredible.
You don't know, eh?
Keep winning.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you to everyone who watched this podcast. The music you're hearing, that's provided by LA's own The Eastie Boys. If you enjoyed watching this, please hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and while you're there, tap that subscribe button so you can subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. There's more content just like this, and trust me, a lot more on the way. To keep up with me off of YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Justin_credible or my TikTok. You can just search Watch Justin Credible. Thank you so much for watching.